Okay, let's get right into it. We're talking about a massive Champions League night at Stamford Bridge, one that ended with a result that nobody saw coming. And there it is, 3-0. I mean, the scoreline really says it all, doesn't it? This wasn't just a win for Chelsea, it was an absolute demolition. A huge statement victory for them. And for Barcelona, well, it was a complete and total collapse. So tonight, we're going to break down just how Chelsea pulled this off. How did they dismantle Barcelona so completely? We're going to go way beyond just the final score to really get into the key moments, the one-on-one duels, and the tactical battles that decided this incredible match. Right, so you have to understand, this was not just another game. This was a dominant, powerful performance that sent a massive message across all of Europe. People are talking about this one. And get this. This is what really puts Chelsea's performance into perspective. They became the first team to stop Barcelona from scoring in 54 matches. 54! That's a streak that went all the way back to December 2024. I mean, they completely silenced the Catalan giants. So the big question is, how did it all go so wrong so quickly for Barca? Well, that first half was just a perfect storm, you know? You had mounting pressure from Chelsea, some really critical errors, and then a complete loss of cool. And this timeline just perfectly shows that rapid descent into chaos. First, you get this bizarre, kind of unlucky own goal. Just 5 minutes later, their captain, their leader, gets a yellow for arguing. And then right before halftime, that same captain makes a totally reckless challenge and gets himself sent off. Poof! Their whole game plan just fell apart in less than 20 minutes. Yeah, that red card was a moment of just pure madness from Ronald Araujo. And you know, analysts everywhere immediately started making comparisons to that other costly red card he got against PSG last season. It wasn't just a simple mistake. For a lot of people, it really started to feel like a pattern. All right, let's shift gears to the second half because with Barcelona now down to 10 men, the stage was set and one player absolutely stole the show. You know, coming into the match, all the hype was about this showdown between two of the best 18-year-olds in the world. But in this head-to-head battle, it was Chelsea's Brazilian sensation, Estevao, who was just electric. Meanwhile, Barcelona's Lamine Yamal, he was completely locked down, totally neutralized by an amazing performance from Marc Cucurella. I mean, listen to this. Even the managers get it. They see this incredible, once-in-a-generation potential. But on this specific night, under the lights at Stamford Bridge, one of those future superstars was just blindingly brighter than the other. No contest. And that moment, man, it came in the 55th minute. Estevao just picks up the ball, weaves his way past what felt like half the Barcelona team, gets into the box, and then boom, fires an absolute rocket into the roof of the net. It was just a breathtaking, I am here kind of goal. And look, here's the thing you need to remember. This performance was not a fluke. This goal puts him in some seriously elite company. We're talking Kylian Mbappe and Erling Haaland. To do that on the biggest stage, that consistently, well, that tells you this kid is the real deal. And you can just hear it from the young man himself, right? He knew it was a star-making performance. For him, it was the perfect night. A moment he called the most special of his career so far. And you gotta believe him. Okay, but this game wasn't just about individual magic or, well, individual madness. There were some really key tactical reasons why Barcelona completely fell apart. Let's break those down. So this wasn't just one thing going wrong. It was a total systemic breakdown. From their forwards all the way to their defenders, Barcelona showed these huge weaknesses that Chelsea's manager, Enzo Maresca, saw and just expertly picked apart one by one. Let's dig in a little deeper. Chelsea's press was just relentless. They never let Barcelona get comfortable or build from the back. And even when Barca did manage to get forward, their attacks were just so predictable. But the real killer, the thing so many analysts pointed to, was their high defensive line. It's a signature of their manager, Hansi Flick, but against Chelsea's speed, it was just their undoing, over and over again. And you know what? Nothing tells the story of this game better than the player ratings. It's all right here. Look at Chelsea's guys. Cucurella and Estevao got 9 out of 10s. They delivered huge, game-winning performances. And then you look at Barcelona, their stars just couldn't get going, and it all ends with a disastrous 3 out of 10 for their captain. It's a tale of two completely different nights. So where does this leave everyone? What's the fallout from this massive result?
Well, this one game has really shaken up the landscape for both of these giants in the new Champions League format.
With this huge win, Chelsea actually leapfrogs Barcelona. They jump up to fifth place, putting them in a really strong position to lock down a top 8 finish. Barcelona, on the other hand, they drop all the way to 14th. And now they're left with some very, very serious questions they need to answer.
And I guess that's the big question we're left with, isn't it? Was this just a tactical masterclass by Chelsea, a sensational performance that almost no team in the world could have handled? Or was this a night of complete self-sabotage that points to much, much deeper problems at Barcelona? Honestly, the truth is probably somewhere in the middle. What a game.